Give me a moment. I'm having some technical difficulties. We both was having some technical difficulties. Give me 2 seconds. Can you
No,
hear
we
me?
were just muted. Yep, I can hear you now. I just happened to look up and see you talking.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, having a little bit of technical difficulties. Give me 2 seconds.
Hey everybody. I don't know who's I should probably get my tablet and see who's on. I don't feel like getting up. Oh, I know how to. But hey everybody, how's you doing? What we're here for. Let's see. We can't never just get on and have it easy, getting on easy. Never, never, never.
Look, what they used to say on the cartoon. After these messages, we'll be right back.
You really telling your age. Like, who remembers something like that? That is too funny.
Oh my gosh, y'all. We got a comment already. Hey, Akita. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm almost
I'm
back.
so irritated that I can't see the live on my laptop. Now y'all know y'all need to do better than that.
Let me go ahead and do the intro. Hey, y'all. We've been live for about 3 minutes and still trying to get life together. Let me do the
Yes.
intro. Let me do this intro.
You want to know what we've been reading and listening?
Get caught up with these reviews with Untamed and Crystal.
Welcome to the Get Caught Up podcast, book review edition.
Yes. Okay. Whoo, boy, I tell you the truth. If it wasn't for technical difficulties, I wouldn't have none.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. My internet is shoddy over here. So I apologize. Hello to everyone who's joined us both on YouTube and on Instagram. I cannot see you right now. I hope that we are still streaming because the internet is acting really for real stank. Okay. So thank you, One Mocha Beauty, the Black District. I am K Powell. Alpha. Um, yeah, if my internet decides to stay stable, we might begin talking about something. Might, might, you know, don't know. But come on, intranet. If anybody doesn't know, we are working off of two different. I'm working off of two different devices here. Okay, so one is not acting stable, and the other one is like trusted. Okay, so y'all gotta forgive me, but I tell you what, we should not be defeated. Not today.
Not today. Nope.
Not today. We will not be defeated. So if you see me go off camera, it is for a specific reason. I just
Yep.
want
It's gonna be some cuss words tonight.
I just want this internet to work. Okay. So while we still here, we are here tonight to discuss a book that is created by our next month. It is Low, Low Fidelity by Love Belvin, which is narrated by in part by Midnight Michael, who is our narrator of the month, and
Yeah.
by Monroe. And let me tell you, okay, so here are the characters which were in the book. It was Lennox, Curry, Richardson, Kelvin Richardson, Kellyanne, Scott, Rachel, Tobias, Krista, and Ilya. And I know I've left some people out, but those are the ones that
You
came.
could have left Kelvin and Kellyanne out.
I said their name.
No, I said you could have left them
Oh,
out.
I could have left them out. But
Yeah, you could have left them out. Yeah. We don't care about them.
so here is the plot. This is what the story is about, or the story. Fidelity isn't black and white. When you marry young and for the wrong reasons, you can easily choose the wrong partner, costing you something you cannot recoup time. Very true. Lennox Curry has made the difficult decision to leave her marriage of 8 years. Lennox tried
Mm-hmm.
to create a life with her husband for years. It's been so severe that Lennox is finally ready to make a major shift in her world. Tobias Elliott has known Lennox since he was 19. He may have lost her due to a youthful mishap, but he's never forgotten her. He'll also never forget how her family influenced Lennox to marry another man, believing he was better suited because of his impending professional basketball career. In Low Love, Low Fidelity, we walk through Lennox's heroic journey of choosing love the second go round. She's the only one advising her heart nowadays, and it's beating for one person. Tobias is ready to love and honor Lennox in a way she's never had the benefit of experiencing. While they get their second chance at love, we'll see them sort out the details of the baggage made from not giving their love a chance when it was first presented. We will experience their happily ever after, and please understand that this contains mature themes. Okay, so yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right, Crystal. Let's get into this. Hello, everyone who's joining us on Instagram and on YouTube. I appreciate you for joining. And
Welcome, welcome, and welcome.
welcome. Hold on, let me get back before it delete me. Uh, for my internet go out again. Let me go pull up my notes. Oh goodness, I'm gonna pull up my notes and we gonna get into it. But while
Let's
I'm
get into it.
together, Crystal, let's just discuss it. Because we're also honoring tonight, Michael. Let me just dive. Let's go and talk about his narration.
Oh, let me tell you. So the girlies, the bloggers, the bookers, the readers, the everybody have been talking about Midnight Michael.
Absolutely.
And my first listen of Midnight Michael was applying pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. He applied pressure on that girl, but he applied pressure on me too. He did such a phenomenal job in that book, it was ridiculous. Now, as Tobias, as Tobias, I, I loved him as Tobias. So, like I said, to me, Emmanuel was Ashton. Midnight Michael is Tobias. His voice was perfect. It was phenomenal. I even, his voice is very deep for a man. I actually loved his voice as Lennox too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he brought it up a little bit and he softened it. So for your voice to be that deep and do a phenomenal job for a woman with the way Alex Monroe did it, it was just I loved it. But I don't know, he has one of those voices that like if you can just be in La La Land or you walking down the street and he say hello, make you stop and turn around and be like, damn, who said that? You know
Girl,
what I'm saying?
I totally agree. And you took words right out of my mouth. He has the fact that he has such a rich baritone,
Yes.
and he was able to portray the female character, and it was with ease. It did not, but like it really
Right.
it carried over as believable. I was like, listen, and I'm like you. My first listen, I think, of him was of Applying Pressure too, and then I've listened to other books since.
Right.
Um,
Yes, me
I,
too.
When We Butter Soft, a few others, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Matter of fact, yeah, because actually, Book of the Month narrated that book too, and so
Yep.
um, when I say it was effortless, and that's what I know. I didn't even really realize it at first, and then I was like, wait a minute, he doing such a great job portraying it,
Yes. I
and it's
mean,
shocking. And I'm just
I
gonna.
loved it.
It is. It's very rare to have a man, even if he's a very good male narrator, to kind of carry the female portion effortlessly. Like they do
Yes.
the best that they can, but sometimes it just doesn't carry over. And I will say this: it's not but a handful who kind of have mastered that. And the number one person that we always talk about who does that well is Jacoby DM. Well, guess what? Midnight Michael,
Right there. Right
right
there. Like,
there,
yeah. Because
right
when he
there.
was doing Linux, it was just like so soft. And I'll just say this because, flipping from just I think their voices were perfect. Even Alex was perfect for Linux. Like it Alex's voice sounded like Linux was the most prettiest girl in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like we already Tobias described her as being beautiful, like simply beautiful. And that to me how Alex portrayed her voice. Like she sounded like she was the most beautiful girl in the world. It was soft. It wasn't, loud and rowdy and ghetto. Even her country voice said, girl, you
Mm-hmm.
country as hell, and I love that for you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and she just the range was different. But going, like I said, listening to both of them read this book, I was just like, and I'm not gonna say read. I need to stop saying they be reading the book because they be acting, they be narrating, they be performing these books,
Performing the books, yeah, they did.
and they definitely performed this book.
Hello, loves to read 34. She said, "Hey, ladies."
Hello. Y'all,
Hello,
I can't see nothing going on Instagram, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies.
and I'm toggling back and forth on a hope and a prayer, but it's okay.
Oh, well, I need to go on YouTube. I could probably see it on YouTube. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I just like to see the comments on IG. That's all.
But yes, so I would say this, and yes, Alex. I Now I would say this. I love Alex Monroe's country voice too. Like she did a very good job as Lennox, but when she was playing the other like white country character, she did
Yes.
a good job at that. And I'm gonna tell you why she did a good job. Because every time I heard Kellyanne's voice, I got irritated.
Oh my gosh, Kelly. Ugh.
It
Just
wasn't her narration; it was the character.
yeah. It was just just
So in Low Love, Low Fidelity, this is our review. So Lennox, she basically used to date Tobias when she was like 18 or 19 years old.
yep.
And but if I'm not mistaken, it was one of those things where they was dating, trying to figure out if they wanted to be serious or not. And so she had her thing going on the side over here with Kelvin. He was like chasing her, but also still kind of doing his thing on the side. You know what I'm saying? But they really liked each other. Um, but her grandmother basically came up and was like, "You need to." Hey, JC. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Her grandmother kind of forced her into sticking with Kelvin because he was becoming a professional basketball player, and to have that come up, right? Basically, just
Right.
like
Mm-hmm.
had to come up. Her mother wasn't in her life. Her father was locked, so she really didn't have any guidance in that way as far as thinking with your mind, using your true heart. It was, let me push you this way. So
Right.
Kelvin, now if y'all hadn't, we doing a review now, so it's gonna be some things that come up. But Kelvin, basically, he got strung out. He lost his career, got
He
strung out.
got strung out. That man was a full-blown crackhead.
Girl, he was on what?
The Dave
He was
Chappelle
on some of
crackhead
everything.
that walked around scratching himself. Like he was just disgusting. Like
Yeah,
the part that blew me, what the guy say, what behooved me the
that
most
ain't the
was
part that behooved me.
that ain't the part that behooved me, right? But the part that did behoove me is when he was standing outside the back of the house and Scott said, Lennox, come look at this. What is that? And he was out there in a dope fiend lean, just swaying back and
Just
forth.
in the dope thing, Lee.
And a dope, you're in a dope fiend lean when you up, but you ain't up. You so high, you don't know what you're doing. Like
Girl.
that's what he was. And then to put him in as a character who was that damn nasty, dude, you ain't all that anyway. I gotta stop because something was about to come out my mouth that they probably would have blocked us so fast, but I'm gonna keep quiet.
Oh my God. So for the past 3 years, Leonard's been going to homecoming. And thank you, JC, for the heads up. Hold on, I tell you we be having technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. I gotta adjust your mic. Okay, Crystal, is that better? JC, let me know.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm about to say I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, so listen, I had to adjust your mic settings, girl.
Oh, okay.
But honey, I tell you, uh, listen, and I leave it to me. I'm old. I done got what I was saying. I'm seasonal, okay? I'm seasonal. Thank you, JC, for letting us know it's better. I'm seasonal, all right?
Yes.
But for 3 years, she's been going home to homecoming, and she reconnected with her old love, Tobias, who is still single and free to mingle, but they haven't connected on a lovers type of thing. It's just been,
Mm-hmm.
it's my baby, we cool, but they know that they like each other, right? Um, on year number 3, though,
Tobias more than liked her. He loved her.
girl, and on year number 3, that's when she making a decision to leave and made the decision to say, F this Negro that I'm married to, because it was at this point it was strictly on paper. Cause he was out in the streets. I ain't talking about in the streets with no woman. He was out in dope streets.
He was in backyards doing the dope fiend
He
lean,
was some dope streets. So
swaying
head
like he a tree.
girl. He was a I mean straight. I mean
Mm-hmm.
look as
Yep.
we would say he was shot out. Okay.
Yes,
He
yes.
was shot
You know
out.
what? It reminded me of the part when Cookie Line told Lucius Lennox said, I gotta choose me. I gotta choose me. That's how I felt Lennox said at the beginning. It's time to choose me. I gotta choose me. I gotta choose me. And
I,
I love that for her.
I loved it for
I,
her, but I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
like this. Everybody in this book at some point period pissed me off.
Yes, they
They
did.
they did. Because Lenny said I gotta choose me and then she went home and acted like she didn't say that. Wait a minute now. How choose you
But see,
and you go
she
dealing with
she
this
has lived life always letting somebody dictate to her what she couldn't what she was supposed to do. And I feel like when, like you said, she was like, I'm gonna choose me, I'm leaving him, I'm gonna do this, it's time for me to step out. Then she get home, she talked to that lawyer, and the lawyer was like, whoa, slow your roll. There is a process to this.
and
So
look and how you said, okay, I'm gonna do the process. And girl, she threw that damn process out the window. Okay.
right.
She threw the process out the window, but she still, she still went through what she was supposed to do. I just was like, this is what I really wanted for Lennox. When she actually made the decision, I wanted her to like just stick to it because
Right.
there was at this point, there's she's supporting the entire family. There's nothing holding you there to to these people. Like F. Kelly. was Kelvin's mama, who was sitting her doing number, sitting her lily white stuff on the couch, sucking up
Probably
air,
a chain smoking,
change
eyebrow drawing, red lipstick, bleach blonde,
built, cat built beach
built
ball bad
body.
body.
She probably was one of those, smelled like she
No,
smoked
she
a pack
definitely
a
was.
day. And you want to talk smack to me? Girl,
Yeah,
bye.
girl.
Yeah, nah, we
Look,
not doing that.
at that point, the first time I even met Kelvin, I was like, F him. I don't care about, I ain't care about that little boy.
Now, I can say that I did love the fact that she had a good relationship with Scott. That Scott finally had somebody in his life that was there who really loved him, took care of him, and gave him what he needed for all that time.
You know how they say the saying is, fuck them kids.
I agree. I agree. And you know, I stay saying it. My kids grown and I still say fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Fuck that little boy.
No, that was her only saving grace in that daggone family was that kid.
I will say this now. I do appreciate that she was the one who actually stepped up to show Scott some guidance. But
Right.
I was like, as when you make a decision that you're gonna let your husband go, you also have to let this obligation is that he did not for shouldn't have never been taken go as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's like this. Regard, I know she stuck around. That's part of her reason why she kind of was going back, bouncing back and forth, was
Right.
because of him. But at the point where you make that decision, you gotta know in making that decision, you're cutting that tie with him as well. So you gotta be prepared. And as much as I hate for him, she can't let that be her burden or her problem.
No,
She
because
can't.
she ain't had that boy. And I mean, you know,
That wasn't even her stepson.
that wasn't right. That was her, that was
Nephew
her, that was her
in law.
nephew-in-law.
In law.
In-law, yes, that is true. But I love the fact that she tried to stick around long enough till his mama came home, and that she
That,
kept him around his mama's family. Because you
that,
know, the Kellyanne was
that,
just,
I
she
appreciate
just a gutter snipe.
girl, she was worse than that. Like, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that for her. I really do. I think I'm a little bit more no, than Lily. Because I would have been like, hey, Kellyanne really ain't about nothing. But this your grandson.
Mm-hmm. But then when you had a nerve to bless her out, as they say, bless your heart on that nasty Thanksgiving ass food job people be cooking, and then gonna have a nerve to say me and Scott are moving out. Oh, so now he your grandson because you mad at me because I ain't take care of your little drug addict son, your little
And
dope fiend son, your dope
baby,
head son.
when everything in my soul wanted Lennox to snatch what no, and she didn't need to lay hands on him. But baby, the level of cussed out certificates that I would have gave that lady that day, that she gonna come in my neck trying to put all of her son's problems on me. Like, she did not give him no drugs. She didn't sell him no drugs. She didn't do no drugs with him.
She was the one giving him the money.
She gave him the money to she tried to get him clean. She did everything she could. She took care of you and your grandson.
Son, right. And your drug addict son. He's stealing stuff from her. You know he's stealing stuff from her.
Exactly.
And stealing stuff from
And he
you.
got
You
no
don't have a house no more.
he
Living
ain't
in
got
my
no
house.
money. He ain't got no career. He don't have no money. This man is for real. When I say shot out in those streets, he shot out in those streets. And this is
Mm-hmm.
why I think I was kind of like, yeah, no. Once I made that decision, snip, the whole family gone. Uh,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and I say that only because if it had been a stepson, okay, you know what I'm saying? I would have been. I think I would have a little bit more. But I'm sitting here, yo. I don't even know this person that's in prison. Your mama and your grandmama act like I'm paying for things your uncle did.
Mm-hmm.
She hate me. She talking bad about me. She doing bad about me. So yeah, no, I really just didn't. I didn't care about that. I care about Kellyanne, and by what I didn't care about Scott.
Well, I said for both of them, my famous saying that I tell a lot of people I don't like without calling them out their names. Go take a long walk off of a short ass cliff, a pier, a mountain, a volcano, something. Just
Look,
go.
he said, yes, I agree. Dead beat.
Definitely, definitely. Now we kind of skipped ahead a little bit, but can we go back to? And I talked to you about this scene. So this was one of the scenes that I loved, and I feel I love that this was in there because we as women, and I'm not going to say all women, and I'm putting myself in this category because I try not to put myself in certain categories because I don't do that. But on this one, I'm going to put myself in this category. When Maya, Nisha, Lisa, and Lennox sat around and talked at homecoming when it was at the spa, and it was that things, what they could have done differently, what they now as, either married with kids or older in relationships or not in relationships, what they could have done differently. I loved that conversation. And I love that they were so vulnerable enough to tell what's really going on in their life, except for that Maya slick ass. I knew she was up to something. She wasn't jealous. She a jealous bitch. That's all.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I think my get back spirit was in me in this whole book. Like at that point, I was like, you know what? Please go back and snatch this, because the fact that you my friend and I gotta set up to find out that you that snake in me.
But the fact of the matter is, and we're going to go back on that. I'm going to piggyback off of that. You should have known who the snake was. So, if I was Nisha and Lisa, I'd kind of be looking at her sideways. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what? But the
Because
crazy
what
part
have
about it is you right, because Tobias knew.
Tobias knew? So my thing is, but you know what? A man will always know a man who knows you will know who your friends are. That's
Baby.
one thing I can say about Max. He used to tell me all the time. He would meet him, be like, "Yo, that ain't your friend." And sure enough, it'd be something where we ain't friends. He
You
would
ain't
always say, "That ain't your friend."
now you
But
I
I
was it. My cousin, my husband, he's like when he meet, like he just know like what level of friendship on
right,
saying, and how they I don't know, men have a great way of reading that. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
They have
yes,
a great read on people for some reason. And so Tobias do that,
yeah, he
his
knew
heart.
that. And but then too, he told us that little story, that little tidbit about Maya. So when he dropped that little tidbit about what Maya was doing, so of course, if she did it with Tobias, of course she's going to do it with the next man. So you've always had an issue with Lennox and what Lennox had. But my thing is this. Yeah, like I said, but I would still look at Maya sideways, like you telling your three friends three different happy endings to find out something. And I would look at her and be like, "Oh, I thought we were better than that." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because you should know. You should have known who it was. When she said it, when the aunt said it, I knew from the jump. I said, Maya,
Yeah, we all.
Maya.
I think she might have been in denial, and
Yeah,
it's like but you want to be for sure.
so sure. Right.
One of
That
those
is true.
where
That is true.
you want to read the room just to make sure, because
Right.
now, and I give her, this is the only reason why I say I give her credit for actually trying to give everybody to put them all on the same, platform, and just say, okay, listen, we all gonna put them all on the same level. And I think she knew, but she just wanted to make sure, because a lot of times, sometimes what happens is it might be one person, but as the old saying goes, birds of a feather. She
Flock together.
she
Yeah,
might
because
have an accomplice in there.
you want to know who I thought her accomplice would have been? Lisa.
Okay.
And the reason why I said Lisa is because Lisa came, like, she wanted to talk to her. She wanted to have a long time with her. And I was like, is Lisa up to something? So then when they all got together and Maya was so judgmental, I said, nah, Maya the snake. That's a jealous snake. That's a bad snake. That's one of the snakes when you see them, you just got to go chop and that's it. That's it.
And look, she was a snake, in my opinion, that wasn't even really a snake because you saw her.
Yeah. Yeah. That
You
is true.
see her coming to
But you
mouth.
want to know what? I say a snake is because we see snakes. We just choose not to see them because we're scared of them. So you know when you see something you're scared of, you kind of turn the other way or back away from it, like, oh no, I don't want no parts of that. So, you know, she was, like you said, she was out in the open. She was right there in your face. Like you said, she just chose not to see it. But it's like, girl, come on now. Like, come on.
Especially when you have somebody that's kind of hinting around.
Yeah.
That this person is not,
that is true.
She ain't your friend. She ain't your friend.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ain't your friend at all.
Ain't your
friend. Can we talk about Tobias?
We sure can, because Midnite Michael, baby, is Tobias.
He is Tobias. But Tobias, so I'm always going to say my first love in the LB universe is Asmir Divine Jacobs. I love that man. I still haven't read all of the men. And then, Ashton is second.
My dad is my first love.
That is your first love. He is my second.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Tell me. Now, as much as I love Tobias, and I'm gonna get back on Tobias. I have not seen anybody that I haven't read anybody yet that has replaced Ashton to me. Ashton is like I love Raji. I love Tobias.
Yeah, I love Raji. Mm-hmm.
Ashton is my one. Okay, like there will never be anybody who compares, in my opinion.
Yes,
I love it.
Tobias.
Okay, Tobias.
So Tobias took me by storm. Tobias is like, he's laid back, he's quiet, he's smart. He's, like, I loved how she developed him, gave us more of him, how she we got a little bit. That scene with his grandmother was freaking hilarious. Loved it. Like, him and his grandmother banter, it was phenomenal. I loved it. And him and Chino together, her father, like when he told her father, I'm here now. Let me do this. Let me handle her. I got this. And, his relationship with Raji.
Yeah.
I feel like Raji is like everybody's friend. He's the guy, even though he didn't come off that way in his book, but he's like everybody's friend. But I loved his banter and his relationship with Tobias.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this back. I said that everybody in this book, man, Raji is the only one who didn't.
How can you get mad at Raji McKinnon?
Like, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciated Raji's advice.
Let's talk about that, because that to me was a friend.
He was,
because like he said, you down when you with her, you down when you not with her. Like, figure out what you want to do, my man. Like, is she good for you?
Thank you, because you know what? My whole I just feel like, as much as I want them together, I didn't feel when she was going through what she was going through, it wasn't a good fit for him. She wasn't a good fit for him in that moment, because she needed to handle her business and do what she needed to do to get herself prepared for him. And he was becoming, at some point, her rescuer, not just her. It was like she kept looking.
I think she said that a little bit, right? Didn't she say she felt like every time he can't keep on rescuing her, she got to be able to stand on her own without him.
And I'm glad that she recognized that about her. Because
yes.
And that's why I said I appreciate what Raji said, because he was on it. like, listen, you need somebody who gonna also be able to carry you, and you ain't gotta be doing all the heavy lifting all the time.
And that's, to me, that's a relationship. Oh, you know what? I gotta write that down. That's the next thing I need to write down. So I'm putting a list together of what I want, and I'm putting all my business out there, but who cares? And I'm putting a list together of the person that I want to be with. The man. Let me say that, because I don't want nobody being like, oh, is this a woman or a man? First of all, I'm telling you, I'm putting my business out here. But the man I want to be with, the man I want to, I guess I'll say spend the rest of my life with. I might say it louder another time, but right now I'm saying spend the rest of my life with. But
and Michael joined us online. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to you, my man. I can't wait to talk to you. But
and look, we got to go back since he's here.
Yes. But you want to know what? Can I say this?
Uh-huh.
A friendship that I would love to see for Lennox is her and Tori.
I think they would be really good friends.
I think they would be the best of friends. Best of friends.
Tori would really be able to guide her and mentor her. I really do.
Yes. Because I loved her relationship with Jade, and like you said, what she met Jade is starting a business that Lennox wants to do. So, getting to be around her. And Jade and her would be great friends, but I would love to see a friendship between her and
Tori.
Tori. Yes.
You want to see her be a friend with me, girl? Because I claim I'm Tori.
Oh, yes. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So, I just, because when that scene that they were talking after the Christmas dinner, oh my God, that scene was so beautiful.
It was.
Please put away your phones. Just be here for the moment. No pictures, no photos. Just be here.
Yes, I loved
it. That was so beautiful. Like, well written. I loved it.
And I love how he serenaded her. And I love that he stepped out of his box and showed his body.
But that's the thing that I liked about Tobias. Tobias was willing to be uncomfortable to make her comfortable, to give her what she wants. And like you said, she had to realize, if he can do it for me, I got to do it for him.
Exactly.
It can't be one way. It has to be both ways. And when she told him that, I'm going to come back here, but I want to live by myself. I want us to date, but I want to be able to be with you on my terms right now. Be patient with me. Like, I love that they communicated in this book so much. And yeah, it took me a minute to get into it. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me a minute to get into this book. But I feel like this book is for people who, especially, and women, I'm gonna say men too, because my next man gotta read. He gotta sit and read with me. But if you at that point in your life that you trying to come out of a relationship that is not serving you right, and you got that person out there waiting for you, that you got to be grown on your grown people shit to deal with what it's going to take to get you where you want to be. And that's what I liked about this. They're both 29. They're not even 30 yet. And he knew what he wanted. He knew that Lennox was the end all be all.
Yes. And and I go back sometimes and I look at her decisions and how she played. I had to remember that she was 29.
Right.
I'm older, and I'm at that age where, baby, you can breathe wrong. And my answer be like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to put up with it, with stupidness and foolishness. Like,
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I'm like, listen, and this means I've been married 24 years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta go on with life, because I'm not finna see. I'm not.
That's true.
And I love you, but let go.
And you know what? I'm like that with everything in my life. Not even just being in a relationship, just like, I've said this before. It's some people at work that I'm not fans of. Like, I don't like them. And they be like, you got to be nice. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to be it, because I don't want to be. I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable for somebody else. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna be. It's the word you got to use is cordial. I'll be cordial, but
Cordial.
if I don't like you, I don't like you. Point blank. Period. I'm gonna
Exactly.
look at you wrong. They be like, fix your face. Nah, you better be glad my face look like this and not my mouth saying what I really want to say. So
Look,
that
you be cordial and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep the other stuff to myself, and then you can do that.
Yep. They
That's
was mad at me the other day because I told the girl at work. I told her, I said, you need to put this mask on because you made my friend sick. They was like, you said that to her. I said, I did, and
silly.
I don't care.
Hello to everyone who is joining. Thank you, love. To read 34 said Ashton Spencer with like 3 hearts. So
Yes.
I feel you. But yes, listen, I want to go back and just with Midnight Michael, since he's here, we said
He
we
did
were
a
talking about
phenomenal job. He delivered
he did a
Tobias.
phenomenal job. We were talking about
You
his name.
are Tobias Elliott.
Yes. 100%. You sold us as Tobias. Like nobody else can come behind you and say, okay, I want to read Tobias. Like, no, you're definitely Tobias.
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna listen.
And
But I thought he was gonna break out his song at one point in time.
listen, and he would have started singing, I'd have been like, okay, then.
I would have been through. But and now I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason I said this, because remember in Applying Pressure, he was he was singing, and I did not expect that. So that's what I said. I thought he was going to break out song. I thought he was going to be a little Tobias for us and break out his song. But you know what? You still did good. You did a phenomenal job. Your female voice was phenomenal. I loved how you gave us a soft Linux, and I just
effortlessly. And
yes, that is true.
It was very, like, like we said, sometimes male voices, it's difficult for them to transition, hard to sell the female voice, but you did a wonderful job at it.
Especially with how, like you said, how rich his voice
to
is.
realize it because it was so smooth.
It was. It really was. Like it was. And it's so funny because I have a coworker at work. She likes to listen to audiobooks. So now I'm about to introduce her to another book. She just she read she's been listening to Real by Kennedy Ryan, and I came in this afternoon, and she had one hand on her hip and her finger and said, why did you have me crying like this? So now I'm about to introduce her to Midnite Michael and see how she likes his voice, because that girl, she listens like listen. So she done listened to 4 of Kennedy Ryan books since she started working where I'm at.
I bet Kennedy Ryan is a beast.
Yeah, she definitely is.
You know me.
She should.
Me. Don't start. That's why I try not to say nothing about King, because I start
I actually already told her about the Kingmaker and Rebel King. I told her about that, so she might do that next.
Why you do that to me? Okay, hush. Don't say that, bro.
Yes, but I just want, like I said, I'm more excited to talk to Midnite Michael about like all of the other books, but I just definitely loved him as Tobias.
Absolutely.
He performed this book. He definitely did.
And I him in When We by Casey, Screwed and Hammered by Nicole Falls, Applying Pressure.
Sure. Yes.
Butter Soft.
I think it's Forever a Gangster by Maya. I listened to Pick Up Your Feelings by Kimberly Brown. I listened to because I was actually listening to them at the same time, and I was just like, okay, he got a fan. He got a fan. So I'm like excited that we're gonna get to talk to him. But just this, because it was such a, I feel like this was a love story. This was a great love story. This was a great second chance love story, because they didn't get their chance the first time, but the second time they got their chance and they got it right. They still had some bumps that they had to go over, but they got it right. I
am gonna say this. I love Tobias, but there's one mishap that he made with me, and
oh yeah, I was about to say, you want to talk about that one?
That thing right there bothers me to this day. If don't nothing else bother me, that bothers me. So there was of course, like life went on with the both of them. He was married. He had a daughter named Ilya, and although there was some lingering feelings and circumstances that I do feel like Lennox needed to get off her chest. Like they needed to have that conversation and confrontation. But
Mm-hmm.
it happened and it happened. I mean, whoo, Jesus. Okay. So caught off guard. I will say this. Lennox at Tobias' house, he wasn't there. She was caught off guard by Tobias' baby mother and his daughter coming. The daughter goes in the house to get something she left. And she used that opportunity to go in on the baby mama about the stuff from the past. And the chef comes over and it realizes it's getting heated because she went from 0 to 1,000 real quick and was like, calm down, discuss when Tobias come back. She don't calm down, she keep going. Tobias come up, he like, baby, calm down. She's still going. And she said some things that the little girl overheard and that was very hurtful. And I was mad with Lenny because of that. I was so mad with her because of that. Because my thing was I understand you was hurt and you was pissed, but you went off on this woman who I deservedly so because I don't like the baby mama anyway. Now, don't get it wrong. I ain't advocating for her because she was a damn
She
sure.
was a greedy,
She was
non-nurse.
gold
She
digger.
was greedy. She was greedy.
She was a gold digger. And all of that stuff. But my thing was his daughter was there. The
It was
children
the
are,
timing.
the children are innocent. So
Mm-hmm.
as an adult, you got to learn how to control that. You know what I'm saying? In the presence of children, especially with you know what I'm saying. Especially
Mm-hmm.
saying. But then I know Tobias didn't like it, but he kind of went about that situation. Like she knew.
He did. He
He,
did. And I'm glad he realized it because I did, the scene after everything happened and how he was saying how he stood by Lennox. He
mm-hmm,
didn't go stand by his daughter. And he was wrong for that. And he had to apologize to Elia and talk to her.
mm-hmm,
And you're right. I did not I felt like that was something that Lennox wanted to get off her chest, but it
mm-hmm.
was at the wrong time because the child was there. Now, Krista, I like Krista from day one.
No. She was
Because I don't understand. That man has done everything for you that he does not have to. Y'all were never in a relationship. He is the father
right.
of your child.
You
He
know what?
takes care of your child. He put you in a house,
Back
and
up.
you want him to buy you and your man a house, girl. If you don't kiss
All his ass. And man, let me tell you, Rebecca said it again. They was never in a what?
a relationship,
And
you
you
was
know
a you was a what? She was a fucking duck. Excuse my language. A fucking duck. But then the stuff that Lennox said, that even made me like you more. So you got pregnant by this man, waited till he got back, knew that he was with me, and then you sprung it on him because see, I thought it was this was even before they decided to start dating each other.
Mm-hmm.
So what you mad for? What you mad for? But it was so many like little profound things, like the part where he was with the therapist's office and how the therapist was telling him, are you okay? Because Lennox is upset. Now she's okay with everything that's going on, but Lennox is upset because she won't be the first person to have your child. But most men and women do be upset about that. That is true. But men also, what she said, get upset when they're not the first one to marry. And I
Exactly.
love that the therapist, asked him to make sure is he okay with this because she was married before you, and now you're going to be her second husband, not her first husband. Are you okay with that?
Are you okay? Are you okay with that?
Are you okay with that?
Because
So it's
and I think for me that was another thing that I was like, okay, Lennox, when Tobias stepped in and said, "Can you calm down?" It was a moment that she should take and reflect, because the same way you were hurt because you wasn't gonna be able to give him his first child, he hurt because he not gonna be your first
husband. And then not even that, you let your grandma dictate this, because we could have worked this out. We could have figured it out. And
husband.
you jumped on the first tall dope fiend tree swinging ass. Well, he wasn't even swinging, he was swaying. His tree swaying like the wind was blowing through. He looked probably like a willow tree. You know how they blow in the wind? That's probably what he looked like. But it was so many.
He
You said what?
up there looking like Eddie Kane. Eh.
That is true. Yes. So it was just like so many little pieces that Love dropped in his book that I was like, dang, okay. And then there was some things that pissed me off, because, like you said, the part with Elia, she was wrong for it. She was dead wrong for it.
Girl, listen.
Dead wrong.
Shout out to
But,
Raj. The only person that didn't piss me off.
like you said, is Raji. But like I said, who could be mad at Raji?
Well, look,
Nobody.
but he wasn't the only person that pissed me off. I would pissed off with Raji, Tori, and Ashton, but
And her grandmother. So, as we look back more, the grandmother had been suffering from dementia longer than we realized it.
yeah, I think grandmother was suffering in silence.
Yeah, she was. And they probably just didn't know it yet, because it probably was coming and going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hurtful that you've raised me since I was 4 years old, and you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Since 4. Like, you've had me since 4. Oh my gosh, when she told Scott the story of how her mother died,
Yeah.
that was a lot. A lot at 4.
It was a lot. She went through a lot.
She did. She definitely did. And like the same thing with Tobias, with him losing both of his parents at a young age.
Oh my God.
Yes.
When Tobias told a story about his mother getting
sick, yes.
I just wanted to hug him. I just wanted to
I wanted to hug him at the beginning of the book, so it don't matter.
I wanted to hug young him, because that is one thing that I absolutely love. How many times have we really dived into the fact that there are children who are dealing with the illness of a parent before they're able to be an adult, and they can't even be kids because they got to deal with it.
Yep, that's true. And then, like you said, he said his father was gone all the time, and then his father come back, and then he got to deal with the stuff with his father. So it was just like, it seemed like it was just a never-ending cycle. So, what did he say? He wanted to give his love. He showed his love, and he definitely showed his love with Lennox. Like, them two together was so beautiful to watch. Now, when you said earlier that it was a part that after he talked to Raji and she went back home, excuse me, I was just like, damn, he might as well give it up with her, because she don't know what she wants.
Yeah.
She messing up. So, like, girl, get it together.
But and then let me see, when she was up there yelling about that piece that Tobias gave her, said she should have put it up. I'm like, why you going to about this? They got a piece.
You know we don't. You know who got it? The pawn shop
jury.
got it. The pawn shop got it. Like, but then I didn't realize until she said Tobias gave it to her, and she was like, that was her way of having Tobias around her all the time. But you want to know what? Why did it take her 8 years to say, okay, I'm done? You know what I'm saying? When she got back when her and Tobias met each other 3 years prior, why didn't she say, man, fuck this man, I'm out? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't she say it then? But now, like, why did she have to add the 3 extra years? Now, I'm glad she kind of had a plan, because she got her house. Now, did he buy her that house in Samsura? What is it? Samsura? Because you know she ended up renting the same house they went and spent that
That's right. Yeah, that was he bought their house. Like he had
yeah.
property. He said he bought that property because at the end, epilogue, they had a whole conversation. Well, they
Right.
outfit.
Right.
And
Yeah. Because I'm like, when she rented, I said, now you know good well that's Tobias' house.
it was. Look,
Yeah.
Serene said Crystal is hilarious.
She said what?
She said you hilarious.
Thank you. I aim to please. No, I'm just playing. But now what the funny part to me was when she said, when he finally took her to the house and she said, I've been with you, I've seen you naked, but I never seen your house. But when they went to go have sex again, talking about some, we can't because I ain't got no condoms. She said, you got nipple clamps and a massage table in here with no condoms. Yeah, Tobias, make it make sense. You got nipple clamps and a massage table, but no condoms.
Listen,
really?
That didn't make sense, but hey,
I liked it. It was a really good read. Like I said, it took me a minute to get into it as I started reading it, but then once I got into it, it was like, I literally had, I was at work listening to it, and I had my headphones in, and then I was like, please do not let my headphones die on the part that's inappropriate.
every time Tobias and Lennox linked up, he waited 3 years and he got 3 years worth of drop in a few.
He sure did. He sure did.
Dang, every time he got.
Every time every time.
Yeah.
But it's so cute. I loved how he told her on Thanksgiving when she called him crying, and he was like, "Go to the airport."
Yeah.
It was no, "Oh baby, you okay? Go to the airport."
You know what? Now hold on, I would go back to that. She called him crying, and I was like, "Girl, what you sitting there crying for? You better go back in that doggone house and go to hell off on Kelly Ann." I still go to the
You should have
airport.
went in there and knocked their nasty ass food off. Because what Lennox say to you? Tobias told her that's because for the past 8 Thanksgivings you've been eating on white people food.
Tobias was a fool.
Yes.
He kept it. Look, that boy kept it a bean. Do you hear me?
Yes, you been eating that white people food. That's the problem. You don't know what it is to eat some real black food. But then too, how many black folks have ambrosia salad for Thanksgiving? So if y'all do, please tell us, because I'm not eating no damn ambrosia salad on Thanksgiving. Oh,
First of all, I ambrosia salad anyway. But
you said you don't want no ambrosia salad.
Period. I don't want.
So I guess now that's that white people shit and that culture, that black people rich shit.
The culture.
Because if I come to your house, I bet not see no ambrosia salad on the table. I was mad at my daughter when she said, "Mom, we're gonna have string bean casserole," because my stepfather, he has a girlfriend that's uncolored. And she was like, "Can you make string bean?" Yes, I did say that.
Clear.
So she said, "Can we have some green bean casserole?" I looked at her and said, "No, I'm not even making that."
Green bean casserole, child.
Right, but you tell me when I make string beans and greens, they taste like old people.
Girl, listen, we have no green bean casserole. If we have green beans at all, it's gonna be with some seasoned meat in there.
Right, some onions cooked with some green, some chicken broth. Like she already told me my dad going
seasonings.
Yeah, she told me my string beans taste like old people, but you want to eat string bean casserole. Make it make sense. Okay. No. But ambrosia salad? Nope.
Listen, it's a list of stuff that you better not have on my plate. You better not put no pumpkin pie on my plate.
I don't eat pie.
First of all, if it's gonna be pie, it's gonna be sweet potato.
That's what the colored people eat. The uncolored eat that pumpkin. I know some colored people. Yeah, I know some colored people who like pumpkin pie, and I second guess them sometimes too.
You ain't got to second guess them. There's something wrong with them.
Well, they tell me something wrong with me because I don't eat pie. So,
well, I mean, you don't eat pie, you don't eat pie, but I'm not gonna say I eat pumpkin pie over. And
only
like,
thing pumpkin I eat is the seeds. Give me some pumpkin seeds. That's it.
but
That is it.
not for Thanksgiving dinner, you better not put no pumpkin pie. But I first of all, probably you definitely better not try to sell me on some pumpkin pie instead of sweet potato.
There
Get
you
your
go.
head knocked in between that refrigerator and that oven.
Right. Be trying to figure out what happened. You woke up in the hospital, head bandaged, because you don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
No.
I'm trying to tell you right now, I not having no green bean casserole.
Yes.
That's
So I
happening.
like I said, I have a question. Will Tori and Lennox become the best of friends?
We hope.
Will we see some more of Tobias and Lennox, and what are they having? What did the little thing on the little bambino gonna look like? How will Tori, Lennox, and Elia get
I
along?
how Lennox does in this new role with Jade.
That too. That too.
I actually
Yeah,
find out what happened with what's her name? Maya, what's her name?
we
I
don't care about Maya.
I wanna find out. We
No,
ain't got a book about her.
you
I
want to
just
know
wanna
who I
find
really want to know about is Lisa, because Lisa ain't happy in her marriage. That's who I want to know what's going to happen.
I just need a mention about Maya. I don't need a book about her. I just need a mention.
I don't want to mention Maya.
I just
Excuse my language.
I feel
Fuck Maya.
like
Maya ain't no friend. Maya wanted to be the little dope fiend friend.
I hope she get him.
If she
I
can't
wish
give him,
I wish Kelvin on her.
she might try to take him so she can go back and say, look, he never wanted you anyway. He wanted me. That's why you block on all social media. She don't care.
Sure. But I'm trying to tell you, I just like so here's the takeaway. If you be somebody and you gotta take care of their own F them people, get out and do you expedition. If
Oh,
you're
don't marry him.
child,
Look, you should have had an exit plan at 1 year marriage. After that
listen,
first year.
I feel like and I said I don't think like she was there and she stuck it out for a few years because things wasn't always bad, but it wasn't really like marriage. But she really didn't know how that worked. You know what I'm saying? Because she,
Right.
at the beginning, kind of always knew this was more of a range. You know what I mean? And she was
Mm-hmm.
for it to turn the corner, and it did turn the corner, but it turned the corner for the worse. And but what I for takeaway that I feel like that's from this book, if there's anything, don't stay in anything that's serving you, period. Even if
Right.
you do it, don't stay in it long. Like just learn, cut your losses quickly. You know what I mean? Like cut it quickly. No matter what's going on, you got to learn how to, just go ahead and take that plunge instead of to it. Like I know she was taking her shot. I get that, but like, nah, but he ain't your responsibility, baby. He not.
Yeah.
Cut them losses, cut them strings, cut them all. Like, and I know it's hard, especially when you connect with people, but you gotta do that. You gotta do that for your own emotional, mental, and physical. You gotta do
But not
it.
even for you, for the person. Like Scott has his mother's side of the family. Because
Mm.
you really think Kellyanne talking to him no more? No, because she's too busy drawing on her eyelashes and smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Well, her beach bun, bad built butch body.
Body. Yeah. So she don't have time for that. And I'm gonna give you my takeaway that you got to stand on business. Tobias stood on
Gotta
business and
stand
said
on.
that Lennox is going to be his. It is now that Lennox will be my wife. So stand on business. Lennox, she stood on business with getting out of that relationship and rebuilding her life. Not even that, letting her father come back in her life.
Yeah.
So we standing on business in low love, low fidelity.
That's right. And we gonna cut strings quickly. And don't
Yes.
stay where it's not serving you quickly.
Quickly. So we're going to stand on them and cut them. How about that?
Stand on the business and cut the business out, okay?
Yep. Yep. Cut that like you a surgeon. You cutting that bad piece out and tossing it.
Toss it
Burning it.
because baby, in the end, something better for you awaits, okay?
It definitely do. And he showed her that he was a better man.
And
He
in
was
in
patient
low
for
love,
3 years.
look, in low love and low fidelity, we found out that it was Tobias who was the better thing.
It was Tobias. Yes, he was the better man. Man, he definitely was the better man. It took him 3 years before he got the goods.
Again, yeah.
10 years. He waited 10 years. 7 years for that. He waited
Love,
7 years for that.
love is patient. Love is
Love is kind. Nope, it definitely is. And he was older. He was established. He had the life he wanted. He was able to take care of his child, his no good greedy ass baby mama. And
cut that shit out though. Then it's like, nah, this gonna end. You ain't taking care of her like that. You take care of your child, but you ain't finna take care of her.
the fact of the matter that she formed her lips to ask him to buy a house for her and her man.
Well, she said that, and I'm so glad. Now, let me tell you who stood on business. He said that I did some stuff, but what I ain't gonna do is take care of no other man. You lost
No. What she thought? She must have thought her pussy was good. It wasn't.
especially if he ain't even tapping no more. Like you ain't even giving him a reason to want to try to lose his mind.
It probably didn't smell right.
You know what? That's in book review over. Book review is over.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. So Lennox, huh?
Oh my God. She said,
I'm sorry.
look, I agree with it. And but she probably said, oh my goodness. But y'all, that it. We have reviewed Low Love, Low Fidelity by Love Belvin, narrated by Alex Monroe, who did a phenomenal job as well.
Phenomenal.
And our narrator of the month, Midnite Michael, who is definitely solidified himself to Tobias Elliott because he performed this character.
He performed. So Midnite Michael, if you still on here, because I can't see if you are. I hope you want to sing next week. No, I'm just playing. If you want to come back, if you want to do a little Ocean Pendrell for us and sing a little bit, I'm here for that because that caught me off guard. So that's what I said. I was hoping you was going to drop a tune or two here.
He said, don't do that. Don't do that.
I got to ask.
He said,
I got to ask.
But you guys, if you have not picked it up, pick up Low Love, Low Fidelity of Belvin. It is available. We listen to it on audio because that's the preferred for both of us at this point.
Yes.
It's available on audiobook, also available in Kindle. And I do think it has oh gosh, I think she has it on I think
you think she has it on what?
Paperback too, right? It's
available. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely paperback, Kindle, and on audiobook. So
I haven't got that one yet. Yeah, I haven't got it.
So definitely, but I always advocate audiobooks, but also support narrators when you get. So support the author and the narrators by the format. But definitely listen to audio. It is definitely worth it to listen to audio because it's such a phenomenal job with this part. So that is all we have you tonight. We have gotten caught up on this. Now, make sure that you do contact with us September 24th. Our book is Screwed by Nicole Fall. And Midnight Michael narrated that book too. It's a short, it's only about 3 hours long. So if you guys want to listen to that and hop in on the live with us on September 24th. And then if you can't be with us on the 24th, double back to 25th because we'll be live with Midnight Michael. So jump over in 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
Yes.
All right. Look, I'm gonna do not what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna play the close like I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for joining us. And look, I don't even know if I should be shouting out celebrities now, because baby, we don't know what Diddy and them got going on. But thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night.
Thanks for getting caught up with the Get Caught Up podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe on Spotify, iTunes, or iHeartRadio and leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Get Caught Up Podcast and let us know what you think about the show. See you in the next episode. Thanks.